How's it going, friends? SirTech20 here. This is going to be a quick and short video, kind of like my sex sessions.
Well, I'll leave you a minute.
That was all a lie, by the way. Anyway, well, the quick and short part might not be, but the other part was. Anyway, okay, there's 4 small things I want to talk about. 2 of them are really short. Everything's a sexual innuendo right now for me. But, first one is the fact that I haven't put up a video in probably 2 weeks, aside from the one I just put up less than 6 hours ago. It's the Dead Ghost location video for the House of Wolves DLC from Destiny. It's only 5 minutes long, so it's nothing major. No commentary with it, just because, yeah, I'll get into that later. But, I mentioned that I'd be recording the House of Wolves DLC story missions with a friend of mine. And we recorded it. It was about 2 hours worth of footage. Got it into Premiere Pro, got ready to start editing, and I'm having problems with my USB ports on the Asus X99 board I'm using. And I know that due to the fact that for about the first 15 to 20 minutes of the footage, it's fine. But from there to the end of the video, it's probably 8 seconds out of sync altogether, and you can't just unlink the video from the audio, slide the audio over, and make it in sync again, because then you'd have no audio at the end of the video. So that pretty much got all fucked up. You didn't really miss nothing with the story anyway, to be honest, but then came over to a friend's place. We're going to switch out the Asus X99 Deluxe motherboard with the ASRock X99WSE board. Yeah, actually, give me a second. Yeah, with this board. Was going to. Till after we get everything hooked up, even in a new case, so all the wiring had to be redone and everything else. Spent about 2 or 3 hours on the wiring, just to go hit the power button and have absolutely nothing happen. Nothing. Like, okay, so something's either shorted or we don't have something connected right. So we removed CPU, RAM, video cards, setup, connect cables, everything. Nothing was on the board. We plugged 24-pin power into the power on the motherboard. No lights lit up. Like, okay, fuck, what'd I do? Screw up my power supply? Just, not wanting it to be the motherboard. So I took the Asus X99 motherboard that I'm using right now out of the case it was in, and we plugged the 24-pin into that board. The board immediately lights up, which tells me that it's the other board that's bad, which is really fucking disappointing. So, kind of brings me to now, which, in the gaming world, there's been one officially announced game, then one that's unofficially announced, but it's happening and it comes out next year. But I don't know if it'll be on the PC, which pisses me off. First one is Fallout 4. I was like, cue the clap. They only showed a small teaser. I guess you could cut like the reveal trailer. Like, okay, yeah, Fallout 4 is being made, but there wasn't really any actual gameplay being shown, so I'm hoping at E3 they actually show some. And yeah, the graphics, from what I've seen, they didn't look the greatest, but that's, we haven't seen anything final yet. That's just the basic thing of, hey guys, we're making this game. Now you guys can stop, whining that, it's not being made. It's being made now. Don't know when it's coming out yet, but it's being made. I'm optimistically excited because I want to see gameplay first, and I'm wanting to see that they've changed the shit that they didn't do right in Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas. Like, you have like a post-apocalyptic wasteland, and you expect to see people like out there fighting to survive and stuff like that, or stuff actually roaming the land. Whether it be mutated animals, whatever, mutated Deathclaws or whatever the fuck those things are. But you could be roaming around in half of Fallout New Vegas or half of Fallout 3 without finding a damn enemy, and that kind of gets dull. The AI can be much better, because the AI in both Fallout 3 and New Vegas was pretty bad. Granted, on PC you can mod it, but that's just it. Requiring something or some means that's not shipped with the game to make it better. You shouldn't have to do that. Graphics, I'd be okay with it if it was Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas graphics. I just want the weapon customization. It wasn't bad in New Vegas, but it was still really limiting. You could only get the scopes, increased magazine size, and maybe some barrels or something like that to increase damage on the weapon. Other than that, you couldn't do nothing. Like, you couldn't take it apart bit by bit and adjust stuff like that. So I hope that you can do that in Fallout 4. I hope that they actually allow your character, the dude, the person you play as, to talk, and not just have a fucking dialogue box pop up, and have it just be basic lines that you're listed, and you're able to just tell the person silently that's in front of you, and then they just respond to you. That extra voice would add to the immersion, instead of it just being like you a walking stick of just, hey, do this, do that for me. E3 happens in 6 days. Well, it starts in 6 days, 12th of June. It's currently the 6th right now. And yeah, I'm hoping that they show some gameplay of Fallout 4. I could be negative with a lot of stuff I've seen in the trailer, but it was just a reveal trailer. It wasn't actual gameplay. So I'll go ahead and reserve some of my the usual harsh judgment I have with stuff for when they actually show gameplay. And with it being 2015, I'm hoping Bethesda stepped up their game, because Fallout 4, it's been wanted for a very long time. Now the other one, I don't have this one on the list of stuff I want to talk about, but I'm wondering if they're gonna do any like gameplay reveal, like major gameplay reveal at E3. They've mentioned something about a reveal, but I don't know if it's just like a 2 or 3 minute just trailer of like pre-rendered shit, stuff that kind of like a mini video or like a mini movie of the game. Then when the actual game ships, it looks nothing like that kind of stuff. Because people, you want to see actual gameplay of the game, and has it progressed and improved from Doom 3. I'm very nervous about Doom 4, to be honest. Very nervous. Because they could so easily screw it up. Could so easily take, the route of the Doom 3 BFG edition, which was the absolute bullshit. It just went from what's supposed to be like that kind of survival horror type stuff. It's got its own jump scares in it and shit like that, but the BFG edition of Doom 3 took it from that, scaring the shit out of you at times, to just like a basic, go into this map, grab the guns and ammo, and shoot the enemies that just come out of nowhere. You got so much, it made the game a cakewalk pretty much. It was like the casual edition, for lack of a better term. And it's not what Doom is. Then there's the, I'm going to try to keep this rant to a minimum, but then there's Dark Souls 3. Hasn't officially been announced yet, but there's screenshots that have leaked. There's a bit of information that you can have up to 3 other people with you in the game. I'm assuming you can summon them for like co-op sessions. Bosses can supposedly transform themselves into a different form like mid-fight. You have to perform some kind of ritual sacrifice on a body to actually be able to invade somebody, but then you put a target on your head kind of like a bounty, so I guess that's what will open you up for being invaded. It sounds okay. Then there's rumored to be about 12 areas in the game, which is similar to what Dark Souls 1 had. 15 bosses, which is kind of not that much for a Souls game. But the way that they said it was not including the ones that were in previous Souls games. I'm hoping that they don't rehash shit like they did with Ornstein and Dark Souls 2. And just throw a bunch of bosses from previous Souls titles into the game and then just rename them a little bit. Because, no. Now, lore-wise, if it can fit the plot and actually make sense and not just be some random, some bullshit thrown into the game just to extend it, or just give you an extra boss fight. Okay, here you go. Here's some extra souls for you to level up. If they actually make it meaningful like most Souls games bosses do, and there's actually a meaning behind that boss and why that boss is in that specific spot, then cool. But if not, just don't. We don't want the whole... oh, this is going to be so bad. I don't want to see the Souls franchise go all Hollywood and start rehashing shit worse than Michael Bay does with Transformers. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's been a bit, but shit happens, and there's just some stuff that my patience can only go so far. And the machinery that I use to record this stuff on pushes me to the point where I'd like nothing more than to just take a 5-gallon bucket of gasoline, pour it on the computer, and light the fucker and laugh as it burns. That's what I like to do sometimes. That's how computers that's how they make me feel. put all the time and everything else into them. You know, you give them their, you know, their love and their cuddling and everything else. Then in turn they decide to be a bitch on a permanent period. No, that's not a sexist joke. Computer geeks will understand what I mean. Just I probably used the wrong reference. But I'm good for that. Okay, so anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this. Go ahead and leave me all your lovin's, and you'll have to... I could do this if you... Okay, anyway. If you guys want to talk about any of the games that are coming out at E3, possibly a Borderlands 3 announcement too, which wouldn't surprise me, but any game you guys can think about you'd want to talk about, or if you guys have any speculation you want to go ahead and throw on me, go ahead and do it. It'll likely be more for Dark Souls 3 than what for Fallout 4, but whatever game you want to go ahead and talk about, just go ahead so that way I can engage with you guys. Not in the marital way, though. Okay, that's enough of me babbling about. I will thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And he's a bitch.